take it from the top. Let's take this from the fucking top.
Phrase of the left wing. It has been my lived experience over the past 3 years or so that a lot of crimes happening against women especially seem to be committed by people who aren't from this country. I've been followed home with a man in one of those Afghan kolpol hats chuntering away in some language all the way to my front door. I had to hide in my neighbour's house and pretend I didn't live in my house because he was lurking around outside trying to do indecent things to himself. That's right. I've also had my phone robbed off me by a Roma woman with a scarf on. And I'm like, yeah, what are we doing here? Who are these people? Why are we importing all this stuff? I cannot walk down the streets where I live anymore without weird men leering at me, making comments. Look, I'm not one of these Me Too movement women. When it was builders whistling, wolf whistling from vans, I don't care. Sometimes it brightens up your day. Because what they don't do is they don't get into your personal space. They don't trail you. They don't physically approach you. They don't follow you to your front door. It's a very different sort of more harmless thing, a wolf whistle, than some of the stuff I'm being subjected to now. And some of the stuff my best mate who lives around the corner, again, her lived experience. Also, guess what? A woman with long blonde hair. She has 4 teenage daughters. All of them now have at some point been sexually assaulted. They've been groped, they have been followed. They are scared living in London. What is going on? So I am going to keep talking about this. I don't care if people turn around and goes, you're a racist, because my safety and the safety of women in this country is paramount. That is way more important than offending certain communities who, quite frankly, have men with medieval values when it comes to women, and I ain't standing for it. So I'm going to keep on this subject. Now, one thing I think we need to do in this country is publish statistics on crime by nationality. We don't do it. Apparently we don't keep them. We're too lily-livered. Oh, we keep statistics on the victims of crime by nationality, so we can turn around and go, oh, look, it's all poor people who are not from here being targeted. What about the fact that actually, if you look on, there's this brilliant website about organised crime around the world. The contributors to that are people like the CIA, Interpol, Europol, stats of who's committing crime.
Right, sorry, man. I had to come out of the bathroom for that one there. Like, Lord have mercy. There's bad dog whistling going on in this video, alright? God damn. Yeah, man. Yo, this one's a mad one still.
Very mad. Things have moved on a little touch from dog whistling, from the scaffolding of Bricky's building an house, guys. Yeah? Little dog whistle.
But I'm going to let this one play, yeah? Hey, you know what, cuz, yeah? Differently, like I'm saying, yeah?
Let it play.
Yeah, this one was a bit mad still, cuz.
Let it play.
Hey, but I'm going to let it play, yeah, cuz. Yo. Mad.
Let it play.
Crime where, in what countries. It's an amazing deep dive. You can sort of go onto this map and zoom in on a particular nation that explains all the sort of trends and patterns. About 90% of our organised crime was being committed by Albanians. I mean, for crying out loud, what are we importing? Now, countries that do actually publish their statistics, Scandinavian countries, I've got some of them here, and so I want to sort of run you through a bit of this. Now, Denmark increased its level of non-Western born immigrants between 2020 and 2023 by a staggering 158%. 158%. Turns out at the same time, crime went up by 31%. Is there a correlation? Well, sex offences went up by 248%. And when you look at their league tables, the vast majority of those sexual offences are being committed by men who were not born in Sweden. They weren't even born in European countries or Western countries. That was Denmark, sorry. Now, Sweden, in that same his thoughts on this. Herman, how are you doing?
Hello, Alex. Great to see you.
Yeah, no, great to see you.
It is very brave of you to talk about this because we both know it's very un-PC to do so. But I believe it's more important to be factually correct than to be politically correct, because the lives of people are like, I have 4 daughters And I can tell you for myself, a number of years ago, 2 miles from my home here in County Louth in Ireland, a convicted rapist, a guy called, was it Roman Croc? He was convicted of attempted rape of a 14-year-old girl in Derby a number of years ago. And when he came out of jail, I think he was in jail for a year and a half. Where did he come? He came to Dunleer in County Louth because his mother had been given a free social house in the middle of the town. A convicted rapist. And of course, when he arrived, there was a huge increase in burglaries in the area until he was caught, until a number of neighbours, and actually the local police did a very good job, caught the guy. He got 8 months in jail, and he got so much hassle out locally that he decided once he got out of jail, he was leaving Ireland completely. But there has been a huge increase in sexual assault, in crime, over the last number of years. For example, in 2022, there were 12 women murdered in Ireland. 5 of those were murdered by non-national. Given that 22% of the population are non-national, that's a very high percentage. So I would say it's not just correlation. I would move towards that there's actually a causal link between a large number of unvetted males into a country and an increase in crime.
Now, we know for certain that there are foreign gangs, and it's strange, actually. The countries committing crimes in various other countries via foreign gangs are sort of particular to particular countries. In the UK, it's largely been Albanian gangs. In other countries, it might be Turkish gangs, so on and so forth. Mexican gangs, if you're looking at America. But it's very clear that, you know, the international things like the drugs trade is international, human trafficking is international, sex trafficking, so on and so forth. And there are various nations who are, you know, pulling strings and levers, and these are big international events, and that, you know, we certainly need to control borders and know who's coming in, because we don't want to import organised crime. The thing that it seems to me that we're still not talking about, and this is despite the exposure of grooming gangs in this country. Every time I read the newspaper now and I follow the news across Europe, there seems to have been a rape gang operating in Brussels or operating in Paris. The amount of young girls now who seem to be being raped by, it's actually called the lover boy technique, I think, usually Somalian gangs, not always, North Africa.
Lover boy. Makes it sound like fucking strawberries and ice cream. Lover boy, the lover boy technique, strawberries and ice cream. I gotta try and keep my cool.
African gangs as well. The amount of young girls now falling victim to gang rape. Gang rape, that is one of the most horrific things that can happen to a little girl, and almost every single time these gangs are coming from countries who, to put it in a mild manner, don't share our cultural values.
I think people have to begin to be honest and call it what it is. Because if, as you say, if we look at the ethnicity and culture and religion, like, let's talk what it is. It's a Muslim, Islamic religion of these people. They're normally Algerian, Pakistani, Somalian, almost without exception, all across England and various other countries as well. And it's rape jihad is what is going on.
Now, at this point, listening to Velly stream, guys, right? I was like, you know what? Big up Velly for playing this video, because all the videos he's been showing recently, I haven't been too fucking keen with, and I've been thinking, just same old shit, right? And I was thinking to myself, big up Velly, yeah, this is finally something that it is happening in Britain, is happening around fucking Europe, and it can be sort of addressed. Let it, as Betty would say, let it play.
It is the damage to young girls and the humiliation of men within their culture as well, to come in, to dominate and say, we're in charge now. That's what it's about.
Now, let's talk a bit, and I always have to do this sort of disclaimer, little asterisks, and say, clearly not all Muslim men behave like this. But I think you are absolutely right in pointing out the common denominator with those countries that we are listing is that religion, or some of the cultural practices connected to that religion. I mean, let's not forget women in Iran aren't exactly having a lovely time, and the Taliban happily lob rocks at women accused of adultery and so forth. I mean, it's not exactly brand new information to people to say a lot of Muslim countries treat women pretty appallingly. But let's look at what's going on in Ireland now, because, we think we've got a problem here in the UK when it comes to illegal immigration, the people coming over on boats. In Ireland, some of the scenes you're seeing in Dublin with these tent cities are absolutely out of control.
And that is what you're seeing in the tent cities is only the tip of the iceberg, because that's people living on the street. But the really serious problem is, one is a huge lack of housing, which has come about, and two is the increase in criminality.
Sound familiar? Ireland to Britain? Does that sound very familiar, people, to Ireland to Britain? I've been seeing a lot of recent videos with tents in Britain, in England, Crawley, for instance, tents. I've been seeing tents. Get ready for tents, people. Tents are coming to a town near you.
Serious criminality. Now, between 2022 and 2023,
we just lost Herman then. I wanted to know what happened between 2022 and 2023. You still there, Herm? There he is.
Yes, happy days. In 1 year, there was almost a 50% increase in murder in Ireland.
What?
So there was a 50% increase in the murder rate. I think it went up from 25 to 47 in 1 year. When you have a very sharp increase in the number of unvetted males, you don't know these people coming in, you don't know their name, you don't know who they are, you don't know where they're from, you don't know if they have a criminal record. Now, would you believe that 85% of people who apply for asylum in Ireland at Dublin Airport, 85% claim that they've lost their passport between getting on the plane and getting off at Dublin Airport. So they're coming into the country lying to us. And so they've already lied to us. And do you know what? You have a large number of young males from any culture with nothing to do, hanging around all day, maybe drinking, etc. There's going to be trouble. And in Ireland, look, we've got to stop this practice of naivety or self-deception. We can see all across Europe. Sweden, you mentioned there.
Yeah.
Swedish TV did research there a number of years ago. They found out that 58% of all sex assault and rape was done by non-Swedish men who had arrived within the country within the last 5 years.
That's about 58%. That is sort of knocking up to about 2/3 of rapes have happened to men who've turned up in the last 5 years. That is sick. Yeah. These women should be suing the blimmin' government.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Swedish government did a report. It's not just a small report, like a government-wide report, found out that a non-Swedish national was 2.5 times more likely to commit rape or sex assault than a Swedish man. So,
you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me take that back.
In 2022 and 2023. You still there, Herm? There he is.
Yes, happy days. In 1 year, there was almost a 50% increase in murder in Ireland.
What?
So there was a 50% increase in the murder rate. I think it went up from 25 to 47 in 1 year. When you have a very sharp increase in the number of unvetted males, you don't know these people coming in, you don't know their name, you don't know who they are, you don't know where they're from, you don't know if they have a criminal record. Now, would you believe that 85% of people who apply for asylum in Ireland at Dublin Airport, 85% claim that they've lost their passport between getting on the plane and getting off at Dublin.
Does that sound familiar? People.
Airport. So they're coming into the country lying to us. And so they've already lied to us. And do you know what? You have a large number of young males from any culture with nothing to do, hanging around all day, maybe drinking, etc., there's going to be trouble.
Listen, people, right? Like, you think in Brexit, we voted for Brexit and we come out of Brexit, but like 2016, but it never really kicked in until 2019. Nothing have kicked in, people. Right? Brexit is just a farce. Brexit is just a fucking farce. Yeah, it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. We're still in the EU, people. Yeah, we never come out of that EU. We're still in it. It's a load of shit. It's just a watered down version of what's going on in Southern Ireland. Because they're trying to make out 66s and 99s that we have come out of the EU. And we haven't. We haven't. We're in it up to our fucking necks, people.
And in Ireland, look, we've got to stop this practice of naivety or self-deception. We can see all across Europe. Sweden, you mentioned there.
Yeah.
Swedish TV did research there a number of years ago. They found out that 58% of all sex assault and rape was done by...
Babs, we might as well go back in because we've never fucking left. As far as I'm concerned, we might as well go back in because we've never fucking left. It's a formality. It's a formality, yeah?
Non-Swedish men who had arrived within the country within the last 5 years.
That's about 58%. That is sort of knocking up to about 2/3 of rapes have happened to men who've turned up in the last 5 years. That is sick.
Yeah.
These women should be suing the blimmin' government.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Swedish government did a report. It's not just a small report, like a government-wide report.
Why is our British government doing these reports? Why is our British government showing us these figures?
Found out that a non-Swedish national was 2.5 times more likely to commit rape or sex assault than a Swedish man. So there's a huge causal link. And there's also a government report in Germany from 2016 done by Lower Saxony University, found out there had been a 92% increase in serious crime in Lower Saxony in 1 year. So a 10% increase, 92% of it was carried out by newly arrived asylum seekers.
Let's not forget those scenes that happened in Cologne. I think it was 2016, New Year's Eve. The women had gone out in their little dresses to party and celebrate, and there were over 1,500 reported sex attacks, assaults and rapes in that square in Cologne on New Year's Eve alone. 1,500, and it was all men, largely from the Middle East and North Africa. And they've got this technique, they do it, there's footage online. You see a journalist, a young female American journalist going to cover the Arab Spring uprisings in Egypt, and she's standing in the square reporting, and all of a sudden what these men do is they see a woman and they surround her. And so they give each other protection. They surround this so no one else can get to her. They sort of, it's almost like when you see wolves picking off a lamb from the pack. And then they take it in turns to assault. And
very, very, very powerful words this fucking woman is saying here. Yeah. And she's fucking spot on. They're like wolves. I've seen videos on Twitter, right? Or X or whatever the fuck you call it, right? In Ireland, in Dublin, in plain sight. What she is saying now is exactly what they're like. They're like packs of wolves. I'm really trying to. Stick with me, guys. I am like absolutely livid. Like I thought these people on Vellies like Kale, right? Kale. I don't even know the first guy who jumped on. I have never heard him before. But I thought Khan and Kale would be coming on to literally condemn this guy and put him in his fucking place. But no, I didn't hear that. Yeah, it was only my man Luke. It was only my man Luke and Base Welshman who was coming on to say, what the fuck are you people talking about? What the fuck is going on here? What is going on in these people's heads, like?
And rape her. This is something that they do in countries like that. Not everybody, of course, but they do. And this is now what we risk importing. We've seen it happen in Cologne. We need to wake up. We need to get real. We need to protect and prioritise women. And also just look at crime in general. The same report you're talking about from Sweden says that when it comes to robbery...
Mind fucking young girls. I got a 10-year-old daughter. Yeah, this is why I got to try and keep my cool there. This is why I got to really try and keep my cool, because by the time she's of age to be going out and her, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to double, treble. It's going to get worse, right? For you women as well, listening now in my chat in Britain, yeah, and maybe across the world, the ones out of Britain.
Non-natives are 4 times more likely to be committing that crime. It's mad. Herman, thank you ever so much for coming on and sharing your thoughts on this issue. I mean, Peter, I just don't know where to begin with this.
It is staggering.
It's beyond an abrogation of duty that the government won't put the stats out in this country, because if they did, people would be tearing up pavement slabs and lobbing them at police station windows.
I'm going to say Herman, I think, is brilliant for pushing this stuff, and the numbers are staggering. But he said it was naivety. I don't think it's naivety. I think it's fear. The government won't do it, and the new government definitely won't do it, because they are terrified of being called Islamophobic, they are terrified of being called racist, and they are terrified of communities that they have pandered to for so long.
Disgusting.
And now they're going to have to say, well, wait a minute, this may not have been a good idea. I respect the Prime Minister.
Disgusting, but he's absolutely fucking right. Yeah? It's all about that fear of being called a fucking Islamophobe or fucking racist. It's disgusting.
Sweden for saying, do you know what? We may
pandering around these motherfuckers and that. Yeah, pandering around them. Oh, fuck. Calm down, bro.
This one wrong.
Yeah.
Do you think the British establishment is going to say where they got this wrong? No, they're going to double down like you've never seen. Once we talk about the women in protection of girls, we also have to talk about the fact that there is an impact here on the gay community and the LGBT people.
Yes, absolutely.
The idea that some people, these people get to Calais, they get on a migrant boat, they come to the country and they suddenly love the gays and the women. I'm sorry, in what world does that work? They've come from countries and cultures to which people like that are seen as lesser. They are seen as nothing, and that they don't just forget that. And they bring it into this country, and it is dangerous.
Their own women are sort of shackled at home and, walk out with burqas on and stuff, and then what they see on their mobile phones is pornography.
Yeah.
And what they're being taught in some mosques, not all, but some mosques are saying, oh, do you know what? White women, fair game.
Exactly. I mean, let's look at, since 2012, there's been a 462% increase in LGBT hate crime.
White women, fair game. Just let that sink in, people. Right. Ladies, fair game. If you're white, you're fair game. So before you go out on a nice hot sunny day, you got to be careful. You got to literally check your dress code. Yeah, girls, that's the fucking era. And the way we are living in 2024 in Britain, yeah, you got to be careful of what you're actually wearing, because a fucking bloke can't control his impulses, and he's going to fucking, or a group of men can't control their fucking impulses. Is that what we're talking about here? Is that what's going on? Let it play.
And then look at the net migration figures again. Do you think that's a coincidence? Here in London, just last year there was 3,471 incidences, and London's supposed to be a big gay friendly loving city. It's absolute nonsense.
The man who bought the Trocadero in Soho is turning it into a mosque.
Yes.
Can't wait to hear the calls for prayer ringing out as the gay nightclubs empty.
I remember reading that story thinking, well, that's not going to go down well,
isn't it? Peter, thank you ever so much. We're taking a short break now, but when we come back, I want to hear from you. Do get in touch. 0344 499 1000 is the number to call to join the conversation. Your thoughts matter on this station. We're standing up and saying the things we think and believe, whatever the backlash, and you get to do the same. This is the station of common sense and free speech. So do get in touch.
Nico, I know me and you, we've clashed in the past, yeah? Spot on. But I was expecting, I don't know why, yeah? I don't know why I was expecting something like for men to jump on Veli's panel and literally call this out and say, you know what I mean? And then literally have a good fucking discussion about what this fucking woman has brought to him. But they've literally jumped on. Let it play. Just let it play, Taff. Just let it play. Just let it play. Just let it play.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Indeed. Indeed.
Betty.
Hey, Babs.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm not happy.
What? Oh my God, what's happened now?
No, that Khan, you wait till I actually see him next time. That Khan and Ghost, they fucking set me up yesterday, yeah? About that, what was it? Black degenerates. They clipped me saying black degenerates when it was actually Khan who said white degenerates first of all. And then yesterday he tried to make out that he'd never heard it before. Yeah, I'm literally on here just to say this and I'm off. Yeah, but luckily I do have good people. Luke has put the actual whole thing out on the stream, out on his site. So anybody who wants to see that, go to Luke's and it's there. I'm vindicated. I'm not racist. Fuck you, Ghost, and fuck you, Khan. And I've had my say.
Oh, don't worry, Babs. Calm down. Don't worry. Look, Khan's a professional troll. God, fuck off, you mong. Leave Babs alone. Oi, Ghost, back up. Ghost loves Babs, really. So I don't know why he keeps winding her up. But yeah, back to the subject. Oh boy. Who's that?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother
Now,
Kel.
who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this alien? What Putin simp? Who the fuck is this? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Brother Kel, welcome to. What's your name, sorry?
Listen
I
to
forgot
this.
your name.
Now listen to this, people. Yeah, listen to this. Kale, alien, Afghan, yeah, Khan. The shit that comes out of these Viking guys' mouths. Wait till I get a chance to speak to these cunts on G Block. Fuck it. It's gonna come out like I'm sounding like some sort of fucking spaz. I'm in Taffy spaz mode, which I'm not far from right now. Yeah, it's like you need to have a daughter growing up in Britain to understand where I'm coming from, people.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic.
Who's that brother? Who's the other person on the panel? Sorry, I don't know how to address
Listen
you.
to this shit.
Alien.
Oh, hi, Alien. Okay, welcome.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to say?
Yeah,
Come on.
I want to talk.
Patsy, you sorted out now.
Yeah, I think so. I might get kicked out, but carry on. Yeah, yeah, listening.
Okay, love. God bless.
About the how immigration is just destroying and dividing the whole world. If you just let people have their own culture.
Patsy, if you want me to stop it at any time, just say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Because like I said, especially with these Muslims, like how they treat the rainbow community, and women don't really have rights, and a certain age. They come from a
Is it me or is it gone silent?
Yeah, he cut out
We're
for
just
a
No.
brief
listening to
there.
the newcomer.
Yeah, what did Taffy say
The
before
alien,
I
you cut
say
out still.
anything? Yeah.
The alien, where you there?
Big
No.
up chat,
I
by the
what?
way. Big up
Alright, yeah,
chat.
go on. Repeat your point again then, bro, because
Oh
you
yeah,
just cut out still.
Sorry about that. Some Muslim approached some lady who was dressed like promiscuous, like most Western women do, and so for them, a woman who dressed like that would typically be like a street worker. And so the lady got offended because he offered her up some money, and it's just a cultural thing. Like they're used to different types of women, and we just got to take that into account. And I see Afghan in the comments, you coward, you can come up here and talk about your culture, but it is what it is, and your people have a certain obsession with targeting white women. They go to these countries where they think white women are easy, and they want to try to bang them, and they get frustrated because they can't bang them, and so they take them by force. And you do that in your own country with your own women don't even want you. How brutal is that? Your own women don't even want you. And it sucks to be an Afghanistani, man. I get it. It sucks being an Afghani in the Western society. You're
So
discriminated.
I'm thinking, Patsy, okay, this is good. Yeah, this is, yeah. And it's like, okay, what I'm hearing, the men on the panel, this seems good. Yeah, this seems like progress, right? This seems like progress. This is the talk I want to be talking. This is the things I want G Block to be addressing. Yeah, and then it all goes fucking Pete Tong. It all goes pear shaped. I don't know what happens. I don't. Let it play.
Against. I don't appreciate what happened to your culture with how we took your oil, and now it's in my engine, and then my engine runs great on the Afghanistani oil. It sucks. I get it, but you just got to deal with it, dude. It sucks. So Afghan, if you're gonna keep talking in the comments, I know you
Can
remember me,
I,
coward.
Alien?
Last time they kicked me off, yeah.
Yeah, brother Alien. I got a question for you. Could we say that the white woman has marketed herself to be that way, where the Afghanistans, as you say,
So already I'm going, Kale.
Oh my
Kale, I
God.
haven't heard you talking for a long time. Now
Yeah.
you're talking like market, cattle. Oh, I'm thinking cattle already. Why am I thinking cattle for? Yeah, because you're saying market, right? Yeah, right? Let it play.
find them more easy. Could you say that they've done that?
Of course, all Western women, black women, Latino women. I live in the United States, and I'm happy.
This guy.
All Western women market
No,
themselves.
Wait,
That
but
black
your
brother. We're
sound
not on
like a
about
bit of victim,
brother.
like,
We're
yo,
not on
you
Okay,
about
lot
the
okay,
going
black
I'll
mad.
be
woman, brother.
quiet.
You lot
We're not on
going
about
mad,
the
man.
black
The guy
woman,
victim
brother.
blaming, it sounds like, cuz.
I'm just
It sounds
okay.
like some victim
Look,
blaming
I
out
want
here,
you.
cuz. You
That
lot
I want
was
you
a
got
guys to look
mad
up
mad
a
still.
one.
picture.
That
I
was
want you
a
guys to
mad
look
one
up a
still,
picture
I'm
man.
telling
in the
you.
1900s
God damn.
of a street
Hey,
worker.
you're gonna see Babs in a sec still. She ain't
Come
gonna
back,
have
Babs.
long,
I
cuz.
got
You
you,
mad.
Babs. Don't be scared of Khan.
No, I'm just so glad that Luke puts my clips out. Big up, Luke, man.
This fucking twunt, right, was so lucky I was working, right? I fucking tamping, right? I fucking tamping.
I know.
I went from, this is all right, to just fucking, like, mic check, 1, 2.
I was going to jump
No, I didn't
on,
say.
to be honest, but I think I'd really fucking lost it. I was just so
Yeah, there was
dumbfounded.
it was a blessing, Patsy, that I was working, because it
Hmm.
just would have been like spaz taff again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
No,
mean? And
I'm glad he got the chance to show what a fucking. I don't even know the word to use for him. Fucking
Exact-
cretin is just not. Do you know what I mean? I don't have words.
Yeah, but watch how fucking left this conversation goes now, right? And it's a beautiful, in a sense of, right, it is a beautiful thing because now I know
Yes,
how these blokes think.
exactly. I'm glad I
Yeah.
know now. Yes.
Exposure, and it's like, this is what you really think of a white girl
Yes.
to Brit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucking bastard. How dare you?
You fucking dirty bastards. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're easy. They cock tease, so they dress half naked like creeps around children. By the way, where they have, if a man did that, I mean, there's an epidemic of teachers sleeping with minors, and it's mostly white women in America. Look it up. It's a new one every week. These women dress like creeps around children, half naked, because they want to have freedom. And then these men from traditional countries come here where women should traditionally respect themselves, and they think these women are easy, but they're not. They're just trying to tease men. It's almost like they're basically trolling. They're like, I'm gonna just as naked as if I want to, and if you even look at me, I'm gonna call you the when it's actually her that's the creep. The way she's dressed her like that around children.
I'm doing what I'm doing now in work, Patsy, right? And I'm fucking tapping.
I know.
Like, I know. Literally, like the picture of the bloke that I put up for this video, right? I'm literally going out of my fucking head, like,
yeah.
Wishing I could jump on this panel right now, and it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good to listen to, like, yeah, you know me,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So it's maybe just as well. Let it play.
But nobody can say nothing because you're gonna be called a sexist. And it sucks.
I know, but
this society
Alien, that's
Alien. Now, and I'm also thinking now, Kale is going to come in and he's going to sort this geezer out, right?
God.
Yes, it's some sort of fucking thing in me. It's like Kale's going to go and he's going to have this. He's going to have this fella who I don't even know who he is, right? But he's going to have this alien chap, mate. He's going to fold him up. Yeah. Come on, Kale. Come on, Kale. Do it. Yeah.
That's the European type of culture. You can't put that on the African and that. That's what I tried to explain to you. They've marketed themselves to be easy. No disrespect to the white woman, but I have noticed.
Now I'm thinking, no, Jesus Christ, no, like, and then one by one they come on and just let me down. One by one they come on and let me fucking down, Patsy, yeah?
Oh my God, I'm just dumbfounded.
That's why I'm doing this video, like, because I can't fucking believe it, like. This is what fucking most of the men.
This is almost, do you know, Taffy, it's almost victim blaming. It's blaming the woman because she got raped. Do you know what I mean?
It's like it's like a woman. It's like a woman now of low complexion, yeah, low melanin has got to be checking what she's dressing in and how she's dressing before she goes out on a hot sunny day, or when you go out with the girls on a Saturday night, Friday night, Saturday night. You got to literally check your dress sense now because of these fucking dirty fucking men and that, yeah. This to me says everything about some of the men who I've fallen out with on G Block, and I've called out on G Block, and I fucking justified once again with regards to these dirty cunts, Afghan, Kale, Khan, this alien. You dirty bastards, like. You dirty bastards, like.
They're the fucking pervs who can't control themselves. Do you know what I mean? A man should be able to control himself, and a woman can dress however the fuck she likes. Deary me.
Yeah. Well, that needs to be maybe checked. Now you need to be like more conservative in how you're dressing, because these men, they can't control their fucking impulses, Patsy. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they just need to learn it. Do you know what I mean? It's...
And otherwise you'll have the wolves around you. It's sad.
Jeez.
It's sad. It's so sad to hear this shit.
We're not. Is that they want to be that way, And the reason why they can get
Listen
away
to
with
this.
it because
Listen to this cunt.
they have the privilege and power to be slutty and get away. Whereas the black woman, she can't.
Oh my God Almighty!
Oh, Christ is
I like
King.
to
Oh,
think of
Mother of
myself as
Mary.
being a pacifist,
Oh, Jesus
but
Christ.
I'd seriously fucking slap this guy if I came across him.
He's a married man. This is a married man.
Yeah,
This is a
great
married man.
respect he's
I
got for
hope he
women.
haven't got kids, Patsy. I hope he haven't got kids, eh?
Jeez.
Can't afford to do that.
Lady D, speak up for the women, man.
The black. No.
Lady D, speak up for the women. Lady D, speak.
This is just all just fucking serious. So it's racist for starters, because he's going on about white women. What if we were going on and on and on and on and on about women wearing burqas? Do you know what I mean? They're
Lady D, speak up for the women. What about you speak up for the women, Khan? What about Kale speak up for the women?
Yeah.
We're talking about a Pacific type of woman, and the black woman's exempt from this. We're talking about.
Wow!
Jesus.
Wow! So, right, before this kicks in now, right? Did anybody see Notting Hill? Did anybody see the Notting Hill Carnival?
No.
Recently, or last year, Notting Hill, or this year, I'm not sure.
I've seen it before, but
all walks of colour, with next to fuck all on, right? So that's just blown this argument of these fucking dirty bastards beer, right, out of the water, right? All walks of colour with next to fuck all on, Notting Hill Carnival. Shall I show? Let me just do this. Let me just do this to fucking show this Kale up for what
I mean, I've seen lots of beautiful black women going out scantily dressed.
Let me show this.
It should be their choice to do so.
Notting Hill Carnival. Patsy, let me just do this, love, right? Because this is very thing for what we're talking about, right? So, let's just do this. You dirty, dirty bastards. Yeah? Dirty fucking bastards. And this is just to prove my point, people, right? This is just to prove my fucking point, right?
Gorgeous girl.
Indeed. Have I proved my fucking point? Right? Have I proved my point, people? Right? You simple fucking man, Kale. Yeah, you dirty, simple, fucking degenerate fucking man, Kale.
Yeah, it's so fucking racist, isn't it?
You fucking idiot.
And misogynistic.
Yeah. So it's just blown his fucking argument out the water. But our white girls, our white girls are asking for it. Yeah, fucking.
So she can allure certain types of men, as you said, that Afghanistan, and then it's been projected of, oh, the white woman's easy, but she kind of does it herself, really and truly, and that. You understand? So you can't blame that on the men. You have to blame that on
Nah,
the
bro,
white
you
woman, right?
can't blame.
Can
You
I
can't.
just
No,
say
bro, you
this?
can't do that, bro.
Wait,
You gotta
Can
blame
I say
the
this as a
people that's
woman?
doing the bad
Right.
acts. Because
Forget the
wait,
commenting.
hold on a sec, Lady Dido. Let's
I've got
blame
to
the
say
people that's
though.
doing the bad acts here, because obviously it's not every single migrant or whatever that's doing these acts, right? So it's got to be the bad people of these groups that are doing these acts. So it's them, not the flipping people that are flipping dressed however they want to be dressed. I'm saying that. Come on, man.
And it's not
We can't do
every
that.
Can I
single
hold
white
on,
woman that
guys?
acts like a
All
fucking
right, Babs, I got
flag
this. Babs, I got
either.
this. Babs,
You
I got this. I got
fucking
this.
racist cunts.
Hold
All
on,
of
Babs,
you
Cool.
Babs,
now.
Babs,
I
I'm
never
Babs.
off.
said anything,
Chill.
Babs.
No,
Don't
let's not
start on
start
me.
on crud. I beg. Let's not start on crud. So hold on. Let me just say this to the
God.
brothers listening, right? If I choose, I'm a woman, innit? If I choose to walk up and down up outside half naked, who gives anybody the right to enter my personal space?
Nobody.
Uninvited.
If I have kids around and I find it
I
offensive,
don't give a
I give
shit
myself
whether
that
I've
right
got.
to defend.
Listen, brother, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't give a shit if I got pitney, grand pitney, great grand pitney. Nobody has the right to touch me unless I gave them that
Yeah,
Facts.
it
option.
still makes you a creep
Facts.
and it's still indecent exposures. I just want you. Can we acknowledge both? You're correct. I don't have that right, but you're still a creep for doing it. Can we be honest with that though?
I don't think that's the right use of the word creep, to be honest.
No, see, creep has been a sexist word only applied to men, the same way loser only applied to, because a woman can't be a loser, even if she's a baby mama with different mixed kids and stuff. There's no such thing as a loser baby mama, quote unquote, even though we see society.
Listen to this
What
fucking
the fuck
logic,
is he
people.
on about?
Listen to this logic. Like.
Unbelievable.
Why are these men calling him out?
Jesus.
Why is Kale doing this? Like, yeah, all right. I know he calls us people, us whites, ice. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah, they are sunshine. We are ice. You got the mountain people. You got the sand people. If that's the way you want to put labels on people, fair enough. Okay. But what the fuck? Yeah, Patsy, what the fuck, love?
I'm just dumbfounded. I really am. I can't. I just. Yeah.
There's only one explanation for it, isn't it? There's no respect for fucking white girls. Yeah. Our white girls. There's
Absolutely.
no respect. There's no respect. None.
And again, it's almost victim blaming. Do you know what I mean? Victim blaming the girl because of how she was dressed, because that's why she gets assaulted.
Yeah. So why isn't Kale saying, okay, so black girls dress like that as well? Mm-hmm. So why is can a black girl dress like that and not be asking for it, but a white girl dress like that and fucking be asking for it? What? Yeah. Where the fuck was you fucking educated, boy?
Mm.
This is a British man. Is that not a problem? That's a fucking problem.
That's a big problem.
That's a big problem. You dirty cunt.
Like the lapse because of it. This is what's wrong with society. Everybody is hypocrites. Immigrants are hypocrites. White people are hypocrites. Black. Everybody's hypocritical. And you can't keep it real. Nobody wants to clean up their own trash. They just want to point the finger.
Alien. Listen, back in the day when our parents came to these countries, things were much more conservative. But these guys that are coming over here now, they're shocked at what they're seeing. Compared to how we're seeing it, we're shocked as well. We're grown up in this culture and we're seeing like madness. So imagine how these guys that just come off a mountain is looking at it.
I don't blame them.
Now,
I don't blame them for thinking we're all crap.
that's not justifying their behavior though. If man's trying to approach 14-year-old girls in Ireland, we need to address that, bro. Man needs to be told, innit? Like them things don't run. You might think it's easy pickings, but it ain't, bro. Like you need to chill. And as a community, people need to sort these things out within and tell their own people, like, listen, when you go out in public, you better carry yourself with a bit of decorum, because everyone's waiting to point the finger at you. And approaching a little girl on the street ain't the way to go, bro. It's not. It's not a good look. Like these guys need to know this. Do you get me? Like, we can't be victim blaming here. We can't be blaming women for dressing up sexy because everyone likes seeing sexy women on road, doesn't it? We love that. Like, we're not trying to tie up the women and keep them locked up in the house, are we? Like, we like to come out on road and see gal in it. You get me? So these guys better not be spoiling it
I
for
don't know
us.
about that because I don't know about we like to go out and see gal because there's a problem. Remember what the woman says, that she says that they think the white woman's easy, right? So what is it that the white woman's doing that's making them have that type of behavior mindset?
She's just comfortable in it because
Huh?
her home turf.
It's her
White
own
women know in
turf.
it. One phone call to the police, that's you finished.
So the way how they're behaving and dressing, it's kind of their fault then, right?
Oh my God.
No, it's
But
their
we're not going to use
prerogative.
that,
It's their
brother
prerogative.
Cal. Let me tell you why we're not going to use this measuring stick
It's
of
their
rain. My
prerogative.
brain, but hold
Yeah.
on, my brother. In my brain, why I don't think this makes any logical sense. Whether we want to look at European.
You can't see me now, people, but I'm literally biting my lip.
I know.
Biting my fucking lip. Justice, come on up, have your say, bro. If you want to have your say, jump up here, people. Have your say. What you think about this? Yeah.
I'm just speechless. I really am. I don't. Oh, I just can't find the words.
Yeah. I got the words, but they ain't going to come out right.
Racist bastards.
Big up, Justice, lad.
It's their prerogative to get raped. Yeah. White girls, it's their prerogative to get raped. Yeah, it's in their mindset. It's in their DNA. They crave to be sexually abused. Sick fuck. This is like what you get when you get these sick freaks that they try and intellectualize abuse and like try and justify and provide moral arguments for why it's okay. It's like he's a fucking sick fuck. Even it's like Khan's like relatively intelligent. He's another one. He's actually quite good at providing these arguments of like, oh well, if an Afghan came off a mountain, he comes in, he sees all the the degeneracy in the short skirts. You can't blame him. Oh, King Kel's just is the worst one. He's sick in the head.
But what you're hearing
he is sick in the head.
What you're hearing from Khan right now, okay, it sounds good. It sounds good. He's actually pushing their views back. You know what I mean? You sort your fucking, and then
Khan's dealing with the bad optics, mate. That's what Khan's doing. He knows that it's like you can't defend that, so he's forced into that position. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, but what? I'm listening now, and I sort of know why it comes on. She gives out things from the Quran, yeah, and it's in the book. Yeah, and then Khan goes all on the defensive and changes his stance again. What you're hearing from Khan right now is shit. It's all shit.
Yeah, he's a troll, mate. I mean, I get on with him like relatively, but like he's a fucking troll. Right? He's on the wind up and he'll switch position. Like he'll have a position just to wind you up.
Yeah.
It's not even about, and this is what I noticed on there, like, it's not even about, like, what people believe. It's just, like, if they hate someone, it's like, I'm going to counter-signal you, and it's like, oh, well, we're sick of the whites, so, if their kids are getting abused or women are getting raped, then let's justify, like, why, it's basically, we need more immigration, which means more abuse, more rape. More women that are just, like, unsafe on the streets. And it's the same arguments over and over and over again. It's just, like, using racism, always xenophobia, all that same shit. Boring.
It's like Justice, let's find out what you really think. This is what I'm thinking, yeah. Let's find out what you really fucking think. Yeah. There's a truth here. Yeah. And it's like some people are touching on it. You sort of get a glimpse of it. And then it goes back. Oh well, that I can't possibly sort of admit to that type of shit. Yeah, so I gotta cover it up in my own slimy little way, like my own little snaky little way. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing here. But Kale is full blown fucking into it, bro. Kale is he's a dirty
Kale, mate, he's gonna do a mass shooting at like I don't know, like a fucking wherever whites like congregate. Like honestly,
Yeah,
at
what the
first time
fuck
they
are
heard that
you
guy, I
doing
could just
in
tell he
Britain,
was
bro?
fucked in the head. I
What
was
the
like, this
fuck are you
guy's
doing in Britain, bro? Yeah.
the way he talks, and it's like
Yeah, take your
he's got like a
sunshine,
pathological
your
hatred.
sunshine and your sunshine family, and fuck off, Kale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Let it play.
Women, Asian women, black women, whichever women we want to look at, whichever group, yeah. Because if we apply that same thought process that we're using right now, or you're using, I should say, right now, when we say, okay, well, they market themselves as skimpy or whatever the case may be. Well, if I want to take this all the way back to where my ancestors were in Africa, we were walking around naked. Does that give any man a right to
That's
touch
not
me?
true. That's not true.
No, but that's not
There would have
true,
been a
lady.
time when we
Lady
would have
B.
been walking, depending on what tribe you
We
come from or
always
what
wore
set of
clothes.
people you come from, that you could have been walking around naked too. So would we have that same thought
That's not
process?
Beloved,
true.
no,
Would
but
Can
we
I
have
keep
the
my
same,
beloved, you need, but beloved,
would we
beloved.
have the
There's still
same
certain
process
tribes in
or
Wow,
Africa
they
that
love it.
do.
They love it. They love it. Did you
would
hear
we have
that?
the
No,
same right? We wouldn't. We
because when
wouldn't.
we
Thank you.
hold on, beloved, and the reason why is because
Wow.
when the African woman, right, is walking around naked, is spiritual. Do you know that certain clothing, beloved, entices and activates the brain and causes a certain type of mindset? You see, the African man not looking at the African woman. Oh, she's naked. I'm gonna go and do this because we're a discipline. We're talking about in Europe, right, where they have an infatuation of breasts and all these things and can't control themselves. Do you understand?
Pause
And
this.
marketing
Pause
themselves
this
to
for
be
1
that way.
second. Pause this.
That's nothing to do with Africa.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying in that? So that's what I'm
Wow.
saying. We cannot
My
put
Pause
point
this
is
second.
African
this.
Pause this.
women
My
with
point
the
is
European
What
this.
he
women.
said is
Nakedness or
Fucking
completely
wow,
non-nakedness.
like.
untrue. It's
No
the
woman should be touched, whether
inversion of
here,
reality.
abroad, wherever the case, your homeland,
Black
wherever.
Wow,
No
like.
people have
woman,
less
as far as I'm
impulse
concerned,
control
should be
than
touched without
whites.
having that
Hence
invite
why,
or her
if you look
giving
at the stats in
permission
the
to do
United
so.
States, they
And I'm not
rape
going to move
twice
from
as
that,
much
brothers.
as
I don't care
whites
how
do,
anyone
despite
feels. I'm
only
not
being
moving from
13%
that.
of the
I
population.
agree.
The
But we
woman
need to
shouldn't.
educate
No,
them.
no one should be touching the woman. I agree. However,
However,
if there is a particular woman that's marketing themselves to be that way, are we going to blame all of it on the Afghanistan men?
Now
My
she
God.
named Afghan.
so I've just showed you a video where these sunshine women were doing exactly the same, people, right? What the fuck is this guy
What a joke
on?
that is, though. Like, black people have more impulse control than whites. Like, yeah, the data really bears that out, doesn't it? In the Western world with violent crime and
Do you know what I
murder,
mean?
yeah.
So,
Fuck off.
is sunshine women are
Fucking
doing exactly the
delusional
same.
cunt.
Yeah, just
Racism I've heard on these streams, you know that?
is sunshine girls are doing exactly the same in Notting Hill.
Mate, I
What the
wouldn't mind
fuck?
if it was true, but it's the inversion of reality. It
What
is
the
the
fuck, like?
complete inversion of reality. It's like everything this guy's saying is the opposite is true.
I mean, on a hot sunny day, why can't a woman walk around with a bikini on? What the fuck? Yeah,
Well, listen, Taff,
does
do you
that
not
mean
get it? Like that, she's enticing them, and she deserves it. You know, it's like these third worlders, like they're the victims because like they come from like an impoverished background, and they don't get to see all these women's bums and stuff, and so it's they shouldn't be enticing them. You know, it's like
just this lad. I would get that if he was a Muslim himself. He's not a Muslim.
oh yeah, I know, but he just provides all the arguments for him. But it's just that's what they're saying now. Basically, is that you know white women are putting it on offer and they should I don't know like walk around with fucking like sacks on their head in the hope of not getting raped by some fucking third worlder.
There still is tribes to this day in Africa where the women don't wear anything on top. Rightly so. If that's what they want to do, let them do it.
Hey, we was born naked.
And look at their birth rate. He's saying they have
Every one of us
impulse
was
control.
born naked. We wasn't born with a fucking tuxedo on. We wasn't born with a dress on. This fucking PC world is bollocks. Yeah. And then you've got dirty cunts then who men who can't control their fucking impulses. Yeah. It literally, like that woman said in this woman on the screen right now, it's gone from the wolf whistle on the building site, yeah, to men who can't control their impulses.
I knew they'd lose their shit as soon as they played this video. I knew it. I knew it was going to kick off.
I couldn't wait to get home from work, bruv, just to vent. just to vent because I was so fucking angry, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is me now, literally venting from earlier because I
Yeah.
couldn't vent earlier. Like, I'm sorry, people, but you know, Taff, he's got a vent. He got a vent, and that.
We love Taffy's temper. This is why we show up.
Yeah, God bless you.
We love the fire, bro.
Yeah.
Afghan men, she named Turkish men, she named Somali men, she named North African men. She basically named the whole entire Muslim world, basically. And then she said that it's taught in mosques.
Yeah, because they're doing it.
She said it's taught in mosques to go out and attack white women. Like, the whole news report was bang out of order, to be honest. But in reality, if we look at it in terms from the woman's point of view, yeah, they would be lucky to get a Muslim man because a Muslim man will probably marry them, whereas no one else ain't looking to marry them anyway.
And that Muslim man that does that is making a huge mistake, and I hope he loses everything. If he marries a Western woman, you're a fucking idiot. There's something mentally ill with you.
Oh my god.
I think he's weird, this guy. I swear he's like.
So if a Muslim marries you, Patsy, he's mentally ill.
He sounds like he's just like a black incel. This guy, or something. He's giving it like it's just incel talk, man.
Yeah.
But it's like, all Western women are just finished. You know, he does. It's incel talk like this guy's doing.